FEDORA, a radio ad by Eric Wilkie.
The dangerous man wears a fedora and a trench coat, played by Eric.
The announcer also wears a fedora, played by Paul.
Class dialed, and a bit of mystery, he muttered to himself. And the rain began to fall, but he didn't flinch, and his fedora was water resistant, of course. Never leave home without it, he whispered to himself, and pulled his collar up. He walked into the street at night, and he could feel it. He wasn't just wearing the hat, he was the hat.
The new fedora, sold only at Bennett's Hat Store on the corner of Wood Street and Fifth Avenue. Here's looking at you, kid.
Paper Dolls radio ad by Anita Allen. Announcer 1, played by Anita.
Announcer 2, played by Sal.
Announcer 3, played by Joni.
Kid, played by Eric.
Kid, also played by Lisa.
Tired of toys being, well, too exciting? Sick of the thrills and excitements of slinky, jump rope, and roller skates? Introducing Paper Dolls. Yes, you heard that right. Flat paper, lifeless, two-dimensional paper dolls.
Why settle for three-dimensional toys when you can have the limitless possibilities of just two dimensions? Watch as your paper doll just stands there and, well, just stands there. And if you're feeling really wild, you can probably hold her arms. Oh, the thrill.
But wait, it gets better. Dress them up in paper clothes that, get this, stay on with tiny paper tabs. No buttons, no zippers, just you, a pair of scissors, and hours of mild amusement.
Gee, thanks. I can't wait to watch her not do anything.
Oh, the thrill of using scissors and papers. Could this be any less exciting?
Careful, don't get too close to that fireplace. Paper dolls. Why have the action of slinky, jump rope, roller skates when you can have paper dolls? Enjoy the thrill of cutting out paper clothes. Paper dolls.
That's right, paper dolls.
Available wherever toys are sold. Wherever stationery supplies are sold. Batteries not included or needed ever.
The Acme Health Crib by JONI Limekeeler. The characters are Announcer, played by Craig.
Dorothy, played by Joni.
Agnes, played by Lisa.
Are you a young mother struggling to keep up with the demands of a new toddler? Listen to how one young mother solved her problems. Dorothy and Agnes are having coffee at the kitchen table in Dorothy's fourth floor walk-up apartment in New York City.
Dorothy, you look so tired. You need to get more sleep.
I'd love to, Mom, but I don't have time to take little Johnny for a walk, let alone a nap. No, Johnny, put that down right now.
No.
Oh, no, yes, that's true. Once they learn to crawl, it's hard to keep up with them.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I worry that little Johnny isn't getting enough fresh air. With cooking and cleaning, I don't have time to take him out in a stroller every day.
Now, have you heard about the new Mother's Helper, the ACME Health Crib?
The ACME Health Crib? No, what does it do?
Oh, well, my friend's daughter just bought one, and she says it's the most wonderful invention.
How does it work?
It's a metal cage that hangs right outside your window. You simply open up the window and place your baby inside the cage. Yes, the little baby gets all the fresh air and sunshine he needs, and you get to eat and nap without any annoying interruptions.
It's just what I need.
Yes, do what Eleanor Roosevelt did for her daughter. Buy the ACME Health Group. It saves time while your baby enjoys the healthful advantage of unlimited fresh air and sunshine, and may even prevent tuberculosis. It attaches outside your window and is extremely safe. Disclaimer: ACME Health Group may not be safe. Warning: it is extremely dangerous to dangle your baby in a cage outside the window. Available at your neighborhood hardware store. Get yours today.
What She Ate for Dinner by Paul Sanford. The narrator and boyfriend, played by Paul.
The girlfriend, played by Catherine. Ooh, I love this restaurant so much. Oh, do you remember what I ordered when we were here last month? I want to get the same thing.
What did she have? What did she have? I can't remember what I ate this morning. Never mind what she ate last month. I think you had the lasagna.
Oh, how dare you! I would never order lasagna. It's so fattening. Oh, I can't believe you would suggest I would ever eat something like that. Don't ever speak to me again.
Sound familiar, fellas? You're out for a night on the town and suddenly you're in the doghouse. Don't let this happen to you. This handy-dandy new pocket journal has a leather-bound color cover engraved in gold leaf with the words, "What She Ate for Dinner." And it's available now in finer stores. You can keep track of everything she eats and drinks for each time you visit a restaurant, bar, or roadside stand. Let's listen in to the scene again.
Ooh, I love this restaurant so much. Do you remember what I ordered when we were here last month?
One moment, dear. Give me a moment to look in my handy-dandy journal. It says here you had the iceberg wedge salad.
Oh, yes, that's right. Oh, I love you so much for remembering and for recording my every meal.
Don't let your poor memory and her unreasonable expectations ruin your relationship. That's what she ate for dinner. Perfect for the holidays. Avoid the Christmas rush and get yours today.
Horn of Plenty radio ad by Catherine Close. Announcer played by Catherine.
Ed, played by Thomas.
Annabelle, played by Lynn.
This holiday special is presented by Horn o' Plenty, the honker that pedestrians use to level the playing field with motorists. Let's hear from these satisfied customers. Here's Ed McKinney of Eugene, Oregon.
The Horn of Plenty changed my life. I take a constitutional every morning, but couldn't enjoy my walk because of reckless drivers zoomed through a crosswalk so fast I thought they were going to run me down. Now I just take out my Horn of Plenty and I blast them.
That's right, folks. You can fight back with the horn o' plenty. Take it from Annabelle Morris from Charleston, South Carolina.
The other day, I was walking down the street, minding my own business, when hooligans drove by in a hot rod, gunned the engine. I would have ignored their shenanigans, but they catcalled, whistled, and behaved like utter nincompoops. Thankfully, I had my horn aplenty handy. I honked them to kingdom come.
Well, there you have it, folks. The horn of plenty makes a great stocking stuffer. Loud enough to be heard a mile away, the horn of plenty is the tool every pedestrian needs. Purchase the horn of plenty at your local auto parts store today. Now, let's return to tonight's holiday radio special.
Hoop and Stick Radio Ad by Thomas Brackett. Manufactured in the 1890s. Well, listen up, children. On your own special program, Children's Circular Hour, we have a new inexpensive toy for you. It's a stick that you roll with a hoop. Actually, it's a hoop that you roll with a stick. And it uses no petrol, and it can be rolled for miles and miles, and it never wears out. And a good point is the Jerry's can't get them. So get yours, and they're very inexpensive. A bit more expensive for those inexperienced persons that live below the borders. But get your hoop and stick today.
Penelope's Swingin' Soiree, presented by Lucky Strike Cigarettes by Catherine Close. The characters are announcer, played by Paul.
Narrator, played by Lynn.
Penelope, clever and resourceful wife of Odysseus, played by Lisa.
Odysseus, adventurous, clueless husband of Penelope, played by Craig.
Ina, witty, helpful goddess, played by Sal.
Eurycleia, Penelope's loyal, wise maid, played by Catherine.
Telemachus, played by Eric.
Suitor Sam, bumbling beauty suitor, played by Anita.
Suitor Joe, another bumbling, greedy suitor, played by Thomas.
Hank, a taciturn smoker, played by Joni.
Gus, foul smoker, played by Lynn.
It's time for our radio special, Penelope's Swingin' Soiree, presented by Lucky Strike Cigarettes. Real men reach for Lucky's. Authoritative tests reveal that Lucky Strike Cigarettes finer tobacco contains less nicotine than any other leading brand. Let's listen in on a conversation between two satisfied smokers.
Got a Lucky?
Yep.
Listen to the game last night?
Yep.
Good game, huh?
Yep.
How about that pitcher?
You want to talk or you want to smoke?
Smoke.
Yep.
There you have it, folks. With men who know tobacco best, it's Lucky's 2-1. So, the next time you step up to a cigarette counter, why not be sure you get finer tobacco? Have you tried a Lucky lately?
Our story begins in the grand palace of Ithaca. The ever-patient Penelope has been holding down the fort for nearly 20 years, waiting for her husband Odysseus to return from his adventures abroad. However, managing a palace full of rowdy suitors isn't exactly a cakewalk. At the present moment, Penelope is sitting at her loom, weaving a burial shroud for her father-in-law. Euryclea is nearby justing. Athena is perched on a windowsill.
Euryclea, if I have to listen to one more suitor brag about his coin collection, I'm going to tear my hair out.
Yeah, I don't blame you, Miss P. Those fellas are a real pack of wolves. But you're a tough cookie. You'll manage to keep 'em at bay.
Besides, Penelope, you got brains those mooks could only dream of.
I suppose you're right, Athena. But it would be nice if Odysseus could manage to find his way home again before Telemachus grows a beard or I grow a mustache.
Athena lights up a Lucky Strike cigarette and blows a smoke ring.
Last I heard, your husband was lost in some cave trying to outwit a cyclops. Typical.
Later that same day, the palace is filled with obnoxious suitors. Telemachus is sorting through his swing record collection.
More graves here.
Everybody's talking.
Where was it?
Let's see what we can get into. I'm at booze.
Suitor Sam and Suitor Joe approach Penelope, who is sitting at the large dining table, and sit alongside her.
Ain't you done weaving that thing yet?
Oh, you'd be surprised on how long it takes to weave a burial shroud.
Well, when you're finished, why don't you and I grab an expensive bottle of your hubby's hooch and we'll blow this joint?
Oh, Sam, it does sound delightful, yes. But first, why don't you tell me more about your fascinating collection of bottle caps?
Hey, Penelope, I've got a swell idea. How about a double date? You and Sam and me and my vintage stamp collection.
Oh, Joe, you really know how to sweep a girl right off of her feet.
Yeah, more like sweep her under the rug.
Hey, Ma, can't you tell these strips to take a powder? They're eating us out of house and home. Plus, I just want to cut a rug and have some fun.
Penelope pulls Euryclea aside.
How much longer can I keep this up? These suitors are driving me bananas.
Yeah, just keep stringing them along, Miss P. They'll get the message eventually, and then they'll hit the road.
Penelope stands up. The loutish, poorly mannered suitors do not stand and bow, but merely stare at her from where they are seated.
Well, no need to rise, gentlemen, but I am afraid I must retire for the evening. Please, make yourselves at home.
Did you hear that, Joe? She said, make yourselves at home. Let's hit the liquor cabinet, pal.
Later that night, Penelope and Euryclea are upstairs in Penelope's chambers when Athena appears. Penelope is busy unraveling the burial shroud that she has been weaving.
Nice work, Penelope. Those lugs won't know what hit them.
Oh, it's like herding a bunch of cats. But what choice do I have? I need to buy more time until my husband returns home from the sea. So I just keep reweaving this burial shroud to forestall those bumbling suitors.
Yeah, as long as you keep unraveling that loom every night, those big dopes will never catch on.
Speaking of time, I think it's high time Odysseus got to move on. Let me go see if I can give him a nudge.
Odysseus is on a deserted island. He is trying with little success to build a raft.
Blast it all! It's not one thing, it's another. Cyclops, sirens, and now I'm stuck in this godforsaken rock. I'd curse a god or two, but that's what got me into this mess.
Athena appears behind Odysseus.
Hey there, big guy. Having trouble?
Athena, Am I glad to see you? Hey, you did not hear me say before when I said something about cursing gods, because I wasn't talking about you. I'd never curse you.
Stop your blathering.
Can you help me get back to Ithaca?
About time you asked. Hold tight, Odysseus. We're getting you home.
Meanwhile, back at the palace, Penelope is busy at her loom, putting on the charm for the drunken, clueless suitors who continue to raid the icebox, drink all of Odysseus's booze, and smoke all of his lucky strikes. Suitor Joe waves his stamp in Penelope's face.
Check this out, Penelope. This postage stamp is from 1935. A real collector's item.
Oh, Joe, you really know how to impress a girl.
If only these chumps knew what a real catch looked like.
Telemachus puts on a swing record.
Line up, everybody. Let's get this joint jumping. Have some fun and cut a rug.
Telemachus grabs Penelope's hand and they start to jitterbug.
Oh, you know, Telemachus, you're right. It is high time we enjoyed ourselves.
Odysseus arrives at the palace disguised as a hobo. Odysseus approaches Penelope and Euryclea from a distance, but they just see a beggar.
I think we need a new maintenance crew around here. Well, I'll get things squared away. Now, where's Penelope?
Oh, who is that bum? He looks like he's been through a ringer.
Yeah, wait a minute. Odysseus, is that you?
Ta-da! The one and only! I've come home at last!
Penelope and Odysseus embrace.
Oh, God, you old so-and-so. It's about time.
At the palace later that evening, the suitors are gathered for a feast. Odysseus is still disguised as a tramp.
Oh, what is that guy? You think that's him? I don't know. Have you seen that guy before?
Penelope stands in front of the suitors and strikes a bell to gain their attention.
Gentlemen, I've decided to hold a contest. Whoever can string Odysseus's bow and shoot the arrow through 12 axe head shall have my hand in marriage.
Piece of cake, dollface. I'll have that bow strung in no time.
The suitors, overconfident, struggle mightily with Odysseus's bow. One by one, they fail spectacularly.
Hey, this thing must be defective.
Oh, it presents a little bit of a challenge, much more than stamp collecting, I suppose.
At last, Odysseus, disguised as a bum, steps forward, much to the suitors' amusement.
Allow me to give it a try, please.
Oh, this ought to be rich. A bum is gonna try to string Odysseus's bow.
With a single fluid motion, the bum strings the bow and shoots an arrow clean through the 12 axe heads.
Gentlemen, I present to you my husband Odysseus.
Odysseus? No way.
Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
You know, I may need to speak to you and your uncle about the amount you owe me for the meat, liquor, and cigarettes you've consumed.
We're good for every cent, Odysseus. No problem.
You bet we'll be clearing out of your way right now.
Sam, Joe, and the other suitors quickly exit the room. With the suitors finally out of the picture, peace returns to the palace of Ithaca. Penelope, ever the clever heroine, has triumphed at last.
Oh, Odysseus, the next time you decide to go on adventure, would you please be sure to bring along a map?
How about I bring you instead?
Thank you for joining us for Penelope's Swingin' Soiree, presented by Lucky Strike Cigarettes. Remember, real men reach for Luckies.